that they just you know, set up just to put also fake news out there so that it exists, so that people can say, oh, that's fake. I heard about other things like that. Anyway, here you have a 30-foot drag. Well, it is a dragon, but it's actually a snake. And wait, right now this is a giant python found in Indonesia, and as you can see, this is also in Indonesia. Damn it! I clicked it away. Right, check this out. Is that snake that they found over there? As you can see, it's very big. Sorry. I'll put the link in the description box. Oh man, what the hell? Right, I'll put the link in the description box. This is over here. A giant python was found. Right. This is a serpent. It's a very, very, very large serpent. And it's longer than that thing can actually stand, because, you know, if it was to grab it by the head and then lift it up over here, it would be longer than the machine. Look, he's trying to get up there. I hope they don't kill it, because that's what they do. You know, these people on the planet Earth, they need to get their ass smoked also then. But yeah, here you have a 30-foot one, and what's here? A giant 30-foot one. And it actually says here 32 foot, which is 10 meters long and 20 centimeters in diameter. Okay, the Bombardier beetle. So you know, by the way, the reason why I show you this is to show you that it is possible for an animal to have these type of things built in them, created by the Heavenly Father, of course. And you had a lot of the dinosaur bones, for example. Yeah, some of them have holes in their skulls, and they want to lie to you that it's all about keeping the temperature and stuff like that. But you had a lot of these people, a lot of these dragons basically dig. Well, not a lot of them. Let me say it good. You had a few of these dragons that can actually do this. Where is it? Here. They could spit fire. Because just like this animal, this insect over here, he has things in his body which are two chambers. Let me see if I can get it. Because of course they cut them open. Inside body chambers. Let me see. Yeah. They have the no fucker. The Heavenly Father created them to have two chambers within their abdomen. One of them contains the substance known as hydro whatever, and the other hydro parasite whatever. The strange thing is that if you were to mix those two substances together in a glass right now, nothing would happen. That's because the Heavenly Father created it, and He allows the animal to control these things, because they have a third ingredient in there that the Heavenly Father built that I don't know of. But seeing that, here, look, they cut it open. So they have two little glands over there, right? Up in there, and this, and then he has something here too. Muscly can sprinkle it. Explosion chamber, pop, 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 and then he could, you know, he could burn you. He could do you some harm, but he's tiny, so you know, he touches him, and then he shoots that thing off. But you know what the funny thing is, that he shot his own leg and nothing happened to him. That's how powerful the Heavenly Father made this little critter. He shoots himself and nothing happens to him. You know, so who designed the Bombardier? The Heavenly Father did. What do you think? Evolution? Gives a researcher a blast of hot, nauseating spray and a chemical that will evolve whatever, dude. Evolve, yeah, whatever. Anyway, and right, so the Heavenly Father does that. This is what He created. Right. So Can you imagine if you can imagine if then therefore this, why is it so blurry? Let me see. Okay, this one. Yeah. So you can imagine if this was to actually be put in the front of the animal, then he had something like this. Guess what would happen? Fire spitting dragon. Maybe, I don't know, I haven't seen him, but off of this thing, right, how the Heavenly Father created this insect, I can imagine how Leviathan can do it, as it is written in the book of Job 41. I can imagine how he can do it. I can imagine it. It might be somewhere up here, or whatever, wherever, and then I don't know how, but well, actually, wait a minute. I don't know exactly how, but I can imagine. So let me just go on, because it's the creation of the Heavenly Father, and he gives you examples by showing you other animals and stuff like that, or insects. Form an asset, and okay, let me see here. Right, and I also read that you had animals that can shoot sparkles out of their eyes. Well, that's also not far-fetched, because if you go to this over here, you have the electric eel, sorry, and he can shoot electricity, but you can't see it, right? And also you have the elephant nose fish, you have the freshwater catfish, African freshwater catfish, you have the torpedo rays. All of them are electric. We can do an electric thing and stuff like that. This one also. And 30-foot. Oh yeah, right. So what's this here? I'll put this link in the description box. But if you listen to this one, it's going to actually show you something from Behemoth. Also,
large animals where this creature lives. They say this is because they don't want to go near the Amelentuka, because if they do, they will be taken down on the spot. The Amelentuka is claimed to be around the size of an African bush elephant, brownish to grey in colour with a heavy tail. Brownish to grey in colour with a heavy tail. Early reports gave detailed accounts of this creature using its tail to take down its prey. Humans would also have to keep...
He can use his tail to take down prey.
...their distance, as the creature had a great eyesight.
Because I remember that there was this dinosaur over here. Dragon, actually. With club tail. With club tail. And that was the so-called... Yeah, you have this one, but the Triceratops one did have it too, if I'm correct. Or didn't I pay attention? Tritops. No? Wasn't that? Okay, no. Maybe I had it wrong. I don't know anymore. Then, yeah, let me just go on back over here.
And could see prey coming from to keep their distance, using its tail to take down its prey. Humans would also have to keep their distance, as the creature had a great eyesight.
He had a great eyesight.
And could see prey coming from a long way away.
He could see prey coming from a long way. So it says here in the book of Job, chapter 40, verse 24. He taketh it with his eyes, his nose pierceth through snares. So what does it mean? Basically, you can't catch him if he looks at you. You need to trick him, because he can see you and he can comprehend and perceive that you're there. He's not like a stupid animal. Like, he knows what the hell is going on, and you're not going to be able to trap or trick him. And his nose pierces through snares. You can't catch him like you're gonna catch a dumb hippo. You can't catch him like that. And when he sees you, it's on. You can't just magically get yourself out of that trouble if he finds you like that. You're not gonna do that, boy, because the Heavenly Father made him smart. And the people that encounter this animal also say that. And these people are not biblical people. These people they don't know how to read English. They don't have the Bible. They live in the jungle, man. They don't use money. You can't bribe them. They got everything they need from the forest.
Those who've seen this creature have described it as having a bulky body and stumpy legs. The colour of the creature varies depending on who you talk to, but most say it's grey. Interestingly, the Amelantuka spends the majority of its time underwater. Tribes over the years have feared going into the water in case they encounter this creature. It doesn't like to be disturbed, and when you get too close to it you can hear it uttering a low vocalization. From drawings and descriptions by the locals, the Amelantuka seems to resemble a type of dinosaur. Although some have suggested it's a descendant of the Triceratops, others have suggested it's an aquatic rhinoceros. Cryptozoologists have said it's one of the most interesting cryptids out there, mainly because it's been witnessed by so many people.
But of course, the higher up elites, they're gonna deceive the world. They're not gonna make stuff like this come out. Why? Because it goes against what they're telling you, that how the world is created. And the Lord said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, so they're in charge right now. So that's why I'm not doing this to get the attention of the masses. No, I'm doing this for the faith boosting and for the truth's sake, to show you that the Heavenly Father created all things and everything that He said in the scriptures is true. And therefore the Edomites will pay for the things that they have been doing and have done and are going to do upon the planet Earth. They're going to destroy the planet Earth. If you think that you can stop the New World Order, you're full of you don't know what you're talking about. The Heavenly Father is going to allow them to do it, and once that time comes, He's going to judge them. Yeah, and I'm waiting for that day. Job chapter 41, verse 1 and 2. Canst thou draw out Leviathan with a hook, or his tongue with a cord which thou lettest down into the water, of course? Canst thou put a hook into his nose, or bore his jaw through with a thorn? You're not going to be able to do those things, man. This is a totally different creature than all the other creatures that you play around with. Lions in a cage and making them jump through hoops and stuff like that. The Heavenly Father is asking you to Job, are you going to be able to do that with him? There is oh yeah, I forgot that. Wait. Right. Now there's a carving of a Stegosaurus on a Cambodian temple. Cambodia, right? That country. And then, if these animals were extinct, how the hell did they carve that into their temple? But like I said, these are the things that are hidden through the power of the wicked that rule this earth, which are the Edomites. So these animals have been seen by these people in Cambodia. That's just one. And like I said, what am I going to do about it? Well, I'm not going to do anything. And I'm not able. And I don't have that power. Not yet. But once that time comes, for truth's sake and for the scriptures proving sake, I'm gonna make a video about it. As you can see, this animal also, the Egyptians showed them, had these things as their hieroglyphs and stuff like that. Well, I don't want to go too much in that, but right. So around that time, what is here? New channels, right? So this is the deceivery wherewith they're doing these things.
Antonio's Jessica Headley. And I'm Ryan Wolf. Our greatest responsibility is to serve our Treasure Valley.
You should know this video already, where all the news channels are saying the same thing. All of them, because they're controlled. And this is how they deceive the world. Through their media. Look at this guy looking stupid, dumbfounded. But it's all good, because the people that he's tricking is actually stupid, dumbfounded too. So he doesn't know he's destroying his own nation by deceiving the rest of his own nation. just for a bag of money. But it's all good, man. I mean, my kingdom is my Lord's kingdom, actually. Not that of my kingdom, I mean my Lord's kingdom. But the kingdom that I'm going to be in. Well, actually, I wanted to say this first. My kingdom is already destroyed. The kingdom of the slave descendants, the Native Americans and stuff like that. We don't have a kingdom. We don't have a land. We don't have a country. We don't have nothing. We serve our enemies for anything that we want. We want to have food. We got to go to work for them. Water, same thing. Clothing, same thing. You want housing? Guess where you freaking finna go get your housing? Over there. Them. These people. These same people. Yep. Them. Yep. Them all. All of them. We got to work for them. Deuteronomy chapter 28 says so. So, yeah. We are working for them. So we have nothing. But when the Lord comes back and his kingdom is established, then we're going to be in his kingdom as joint heirs, as the book of Romans 8 says. That's about the time that we're going to have our own things. And the judgment is about to come. And then we're going to have the real, full, beautiful truth. We already have the truth, but not the physical evidence, but it's just like the scriptures. You know that it's real, but you can't really touch it. But you have the faith, and that is what counts. So I know that this is real. Do I have video evidence of it? No. Do I need it? No. I believe that everything that the Heavenly Father made is real, and these are just one of those many, many real things like this. 100% believe. This 100% believe. It's in the scriptures. So, and you have insects that can do these things. This one I believe, but I'm not really I'm trying to seek out for it. And this one, I believe it too, but it's just another animal. But it doesn't, how you call that thing? Yeah, it doesn't. Oh yeah, listen to these lies, right?
Wise.
It's never been proven to be
Look how he eats.
species. It was all.
It said, he said, this is where you get these devils from, right?
Proven to be a unique species. It was always something out there that allegedly either caused harm or threatened to cause harm to people or their livestock.
Chupacabra or not, right now this little guy is staying at the stock household.
No, wait. He said, yeah, here it says it, right.
Birds have to say.
The animal in the cage, as best I can tell from the view, was some form of a small canine.
Rent or to go about.
Okay, let's see if a canine eats like this.
It's never been proven.
Never been proven. See, we don't need no cave monkey proof, my man. All we need is the faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, in the name of His Son, Yahushai. That's what we believe in. We don't need no DNA, whatever type of bullshit they say, to prove things and stuff like that. I don't need that. We don't need that. We got it in our spirit. And, right, you have these, like I said, I didn't say anything, sorry. I should have said, these creatures used to be very big. Now they're small, just like people, And there have been found footprints of man that were big. Footprints. And dinosaur, but big man. Let me see. Big man. Big. Yeah, people used to be big. Right, this is it. You had, but there were other impressions in the ground, also huge, that bore a resemblance to humans. And that is this in the book of 2nd Ezra 5. Let me just read it and then I'm done. 2nd Ezra chapter 5, verse 51. He answered me and said, ask the woman that bare children, and she shall tell thee. Say unto her, Wherefore art unto they whom thou hast now brought forth like those that were before, but less of stature. So let me read it again. Say unto her, wherefore are unto they whom thou hast now brought forth, babies, the babies, like those that were before. So basically, Ezra is being told, why don't you ask the woman, why are the ones that you bring forth now to childbirth just like the same that were before in old times, but only smaller? So why are the babies being born now smaller? Then she shall answer thee, they to be born in the strength of youth are of one fashion, because your children are going to be stronger, healthier, they're going to grow bigger and taller. And they that are born in time of age, when the womb faileth, or otherwise. So when you are old and you have children on an old age, in an old age or on an old age, one of those two, then your children are going to be a different fashion. They're going to be a different way. They're going to be made different because your womb is about to fail, about to die. You're about to stop getting your period. So if you were around that time finna get some children, your children are going to be weak, sick all the time, skinny. You know, you might be lucky and still get a strong child, but I wouldn't risk that if I was you. But anyway, going on. So it said, consider thou therefore also that how ye are less in stature than those that were before you. So this shows you that Ezra was bigger than us, because it says here, and so are they that come after you less than ye, as the creatures which now begin to be old and have passed over the strength of youth. Then said I, Lord, I beseech thee, if I have found favor in thy sight, show thy servant by whom thou visited thy creature. Right? And the Heavenly Father sent an angel to come and talk to Ezra, by the way. So what is this saying? This says that if you read everything here, then you will get the indication, you will get the understanding that the earth, the womb of the earth, here. No, the womb of the earth, where is it? Here. Even so have I given the womb of the earth to those that be sown in it in their times. But it will show you that the earth is young compared to what they're saying with the 63 million years nonsense. The earth is a few thousand years old. You know, it took 6,000 years to create the earth. 1,000 year was 1,000 year. Wait a minute. Let me grab this first. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 8. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day with the Lord is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. So, and how many days was the earth created? The earth was created in what, 1,000? Where is it? Oh yeah, here, 2,000. The 3,000th day, this was created. And the 4,000th day, this was created. And on the 5,000th day, man and the creatures were created. And when I say creatures, I mean everything that you can imagine, even the dragons. And also the actual real whales, like the fish, for example, this, were created at that time. And they were largely bigger than everything you can imagine that you see right now, because there has been found giant dragonflies. Let me see, what is this? Giant dragonflies have been found. Let me see. How big was that? 30 feet wingspan. Let me see what, 9 meters. Fossilized remains of a flying reptile. Well, no, that's not what I'm looking for. A flying insect, man. Let me see. Fossil. Oh, yeah, 2 meters here. No. This is this. What? What? No, that's not what I'm looking for. Those are real too, by the way, but those are flying fowls. No, dragonfly. Let me see. Oh, it said fossil. Okay, dragonfly. Wait, oh, sorry. Dragonfly. Fossil of the dragonfly. How old is it? How tall? How big is it? Right. What is it? Terrestrial fossil? You're right. I think it was this insect thing. I'm not sure. Okay, last time. Biggest. These are the ones that are still alive, but you had them very big. You know what? I think it was like this here. Yeah, it could be like this. Maybe even bigger. I mean, I saw rats in America. I was like, that's... when I saw that, I was like, yo, that's made in a laboratorium or something, man. That's not a rat. That's a... I don't know what the hell that is for. But around here, you don't have big-ass rats like that. But then again, I don't know because I'm not underground. I don't see them. You know, of course, the Heavenly Father can make these animals this big. I mean, I'm looking at one right here. It could be a GMO too, you know. Could be. You got these stupid little jokers around here, whatever. But this is real. I hope he didn't kill it. Because that's the first thing that they do, kill it. Yeah, yep. Right. So, you had all these animals being very big, you know. And there's documents about that, but like I said, the Edomite nation is doing their best, and they got trillions. They got trillions of dollars to spend upon these type of things to hide them. So you're not really gonna get it, you know. But it doesn't matter as long as we have a little bit of faith is a substance. Faith is the Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. No, I don't want this one. I want the King James Version. Wait. Hey, oh shit, I typed it wrong. This one is what I want. Now, Hebrews 11 and 1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Yeah, because Romans 8 shows you that. Well, we have faith in the Lord that the Lord created all those things. So yeah. Romans chapter 8 verse 24. For we are saved by hope. But hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for? But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it. Right. I'm waiting for the day when I can see the little homie spit fire. And I want him to burn a few people. I know exactly which one I want them to burn. The ones that are hiding him and making it seem like the Heavenly Father doesn't exist by coming up with that Big Bang Theory bullfrog crap. Yeah. Let's say it like that. Those are the people that I want to be, I want them to burn. And it will happen because the Lord said here in the book of John chapter 14 verse 12, if I'm correct. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, he shall do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that I will do. That will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. So, that's what I ask. Yeah, that's what I ask. That's one of the many things that I ask. Right. So, yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, so with that, I'm going to say shalom. Let me see if I'm done. Clicked everything. Oh, yeah, this. I'm going to leave this in the description box so you can check it out for yourself if you have the time. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.